So we're moored here on the Lancaster Canal, just by Bridge 85. It's just up there in the distance. Probably can't quite make it out. It's in the darkness up there. It's just probably about no more than a quarter of a mile north to the junction that goes down to Glasson Basin, which we're going to do tomorrow. But we've been here we were here last night, and this will be our second night. And we spent the day here making fenders. So Kay's done a button, a large button, long button, and I've been making some long ones. So yeah, someone's asked me for these ones that are 2.2 meters long. So I've just made that first one there, and I'm going to make the other one tomorrow. So yeah, it's quite nice here. Lovely. I mean, it's very, very quiet. I've only seen about no more than a dozen people come up and down here today, and a few boats. But I think the reason why there's been no boats coming up, because this morning, it must have been about 9 o'clock-ish in that direction, which is in the direction of Garstang. There was a tree came down, and it wasn't windy at all. A CRT workboat came past us about 8:30. So obviously that got through okay, but then, yeah, within the next 2 hours, this tree had gone right across the canal. So there was 2 boats went down towards that direction and got stuck. One's turned around and come back. The others are still there, I think. So there's an update tomorrow on what they're going to do to get the tree out. But it's absolutely lovely at the moment. Then you see the sheep up there on top of the hill. Lots of visitors this morning. This family has got 8 cygnets, and they're quite big now, so I imagine they're going to survive okay. They probably come looking for a bit of food this morning, but we've got no bread. We're just setting off now. It's about 9:30 in the morning. We're on the Lancaster Canal, near the junction of the Glasson Basin. Yeah, this is Bridge 85 just up in front of us here now. Down that direction, it's back towards Garstang. There's a tree down there. It came down yesterday, so there's no one coming up at the moment. But we're heading up to the junction, do the left, going down, I think it's 4 or 5 locks down to the basin today, and then hopefully going to be up there for a few days. There's a cafe down there and a smokehouse and a car park. I think it's quite a busy weekend, so hopefully we might get a bit of trade with the shop. But we're going to go down there. We want to go down there anyway and have a look round, especially to go into the smokehouse and see what we can buy from there. Always like a bit of smoked fish, smoked meats. So Kay's gone on ahead to set the first lock, and I'm going to meet you there in about 10 minutes time hopefully. So yeah, so here we go. But this is the Glasson branch just going off here, the junction, and this is bridge number 1. Lovely ornate bridge this, and so it's 2.75 miles to Glasson Basin, and Turnham Hall is a mile, and in that direction Goldgate is a mile, and Lancaster 5.25. So this is the Glasson branch, lock number 1. Oh look, swans are coming to join us. They've made the trip up to the first lock. So these are all locked, these, and they're like you don't need a windlass. There's just a massive great handle, and there's a lock on them, which is the ordinary ones you use for the Elson points and the toilets. So yeah, this is the first lock, and the paddles at the front are like the ones on the leads in Liverpool, the big gate paddles that are on a ratchet, so they're quite easy to use. That was lock number 3. I'm just going to bridge number 3, and it's a lovely countryside around here. Lots of sheep, a few cows, and quite a lot of woodland. And on a day like today, when the sun's out, it's absolutely glorious. But I bet it's not so good when the wind's blowing, because it's quite flat around this area. So yeah, I imagine when the wind's blowing a hoolie, it's quite miserable here. There's a few of these pillboxes down here. Might you make one out in the distance there? Getting a picture when I get closer. But I think it's probably, well, I imagine it's something to do, obviously something to do with the war. I know down on the River Way there's a few of these where they, and on the Kennet Avon, where there was a threat they thought of an invasion along the waterways. So yeah, right back to the Second World War, I'd imagine. Cows are laying down, that's not a very good sign. Well, there's a couple that are stood up there, so hopefully they've got the forecast right. So there's 4 locks down now, and I think just one more to go. That's number 4. Kate's just walking on down to the next one. I'm trying to tie this fender as we go. That's why you notice some of the footage on the front is a little bit like I'm tacking across the canal. I'm trying to multitask. It's not always not a good thing to do when you're a man. It's alright for a woman, but when you're a man you can't really multitask. But I never learn. Doing a bit of yoga this one. A few stretches. Ooh, stretch that back. come too close. Seen quite a few of these on our travels. These are usually like oil rig lifeboats, and I find they're quite a good buy because they're always like well maintained, the engines, because they're going to be, you know, if they're going to be used at short notice just to save some people from the sea, and yeah, they're quite a lot of space in them, I suppose. So just on the edge of Glasson Basin here now, on the cut before you get to the actual basin itself, and there's 4 water points here. I think there's 2 that are more, there's residential, and there's this one here which we just used, and there's another one just up towards the bridge there. So we're now full of water. You can't really moor here, we can't get any closer than that because there's a shelf here, but we're going to go on into the basin and moor up down there. So let's go untie now and we're off. It's lovely here tonight. This is Glasson Docks and Glasson Basin, and earlier on today it was quite choppy, but now it's like a mill pond. It's absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately we haven't got much of the sun. You might just be able to see it there. It's not just poking through the clouds, but it's too cloudy really to get a nice sunset. But yeah, it's really nice here. I'm going to investigate tomorrow. We haven't been to the smokehouse yet. We haven't been to the pub or the cafe or a walk round. I think high tide was about 6:30 today, this evening. But yeah, we didn't get to see it at high tide. But tomorrow we're going to have a look round and do an investigation. So we'd like to have a look over there really. Some interesting boats over there. There's a couple of old lifeboats there. The grey cabin one and the orange cabin one. And looks like, I don't know what that is there, that one called Kathleen, just over there. It's got like a high-ab thing on the front of it. Looks like some sort of not a trawler, but it's certainly some sort of purposeful industrial boat. And in amongst all that, it's old Maggie. So I'm pretty sure in the next few days while we're here, I'm going to be able to show you what this is like when it's quite choppy, because apparently it does get quite bad here, particularly when there's a southerly wind, which is from that direction or southwesterly over there. It just bangs against this wall, and yeah, it's not a very good place to be. But right over there, there's a blue sign there, you might be able to make it out. That's CRT 14-day moorings, which according to Chris I met a couple of days ago, who bought some fenders from me, he's used to this area, and he was saying that if there's a southerly or a southwesterly wind, that's the best place to be, because it's a bit more sheltered over there. Oh, Glasson Basin. River Lune is just over here, so the Lune Estuary is just over this side, and the docks are just in front of us over here, and that takes you out onto the Lune and, well, ultimately the Irish Sea. Just look at that sun now, it's lovely. So here we are in Glasson Basin, so that's Maggie just over there, and that's the basin itself, and this is a cycle path here which goes up to Lancaster, and just over here is the estuary going in. So this is the estuary which goes into the Lune Estuary, which goes into Lancaster, which is, I think, can't see it now, I think it's probably somewhere just over there. It's about 6 miles away, and yeah, we're just going to walk down now and have a look around the village. So just over here is the docks itself. We're going to wander around there now and have a look. But apparently the lock here is not in operation. It's been out of operation for over a year, so all these yachts and seagoing vessels that are over here, they can't get out at the moment. So it must be very frustrating if you've got a boat moored there and you're paying for it in the marina, and you can't actually get out. So this just here is a business mooring that I was talking about, which is the other side from where we are. We're over there against the wall. There's Maggie, and that's the marina just there. So all these seagoing boats that are here can't currently get out because the lock gate is inoperational, and has been for the last 12 months. So I think there's a bit of a bone of contention about who's responsible for paying for the repair. But that's not bothering us too much. We're just moored over there for a few days, and we'll be going back in that direction just over there, back up the flight, back onto the main Lancaster Canal.